So I start school like in 2 weeks, and
oh my God.
yeah, because all my classes are in person.
I can't even imagine you in college. This is gonna be a fucking shit show, Abella. Welcome to the Kevin Clancy Show. I've been in this game over a decade, and I knew I needed a place where I could run wild on my own solo podcast, where I tell personal stories, I deep dive into conspiracy theories, we rip through the current events of the day, and we do sit-down conversations with the most interesting people on the internet. Make sure you click subscribe so you don't miss an episode.
I got into an altercation at Nike. I was like...
You did?
Not like an altercation.
Let's talk about it.
What
was this altercation?
It's not really that interesting. Like they charged my card, and then it wasn't showing up on their end, but it was showing up on mine that like I paid for it, and they didn't want to give me my clothes, and then I was like, but I paid for it,
and then did you pay double?
Huh? No, we just like reversed it, and I was like, look, I just.
Did you cause a scene? Were you like, I'm fucking Abella Danger, motherfucker?
No, at all. But I was just like, I just want my clothes, but. And so then I had to wait there for them to like reverse it, and then I got my clothes. So
you said you came here, you were like, I'm not working, I'm just here to like shop and hang out.
Yeah. That
sounds awesome.
Yeah.
How often are you doing that, like on a vacation, if you will, just go to a city to like hang out? How often are you not working?
Well, I'm not working at all right now, except for like I do like 1 or 2 photo shoots a month, like just for my OnlyFans.
Right.
So that's like all I've been doing, and then it just like so in like 2 days I get like all my pictures for like the whole like all my content for the whole month. So then I just have so much free time. Versus before the pandemic, I was working like 20 days.
I want to be an OnlyFans star so bad.
Just put all your 1 minute mans on OnlyFans. People would pay so much
I might have to. Yeah. I don't think people are paying for that though, Abella.
You won't appreciate it.
You work like a couple days a month right now, just for the
just
pictures?
Like 2 or 3 days a month.
Are you just putting pictures on OnlyFans? No way.
Yeah.
Just pictures?
Yeah, I just put pictures on OnlyFans and like some like videos, but not like porn videos because I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of scared because OnlyFans said that they kind of wanted to shy away from like.
I saw that.
Fuck
that, yo.
I know. So
listen,
I was just like,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like I know right? OnlyFans probably didn't think they were gonna be like a porn platform,
for sure.
But like it's
but that's
working.
Like what made it what it is.
Yes.
Like, that's what made it like that popular.
I actually think when Asa used to work here, I actually think she like kind of started that because she got on it early and it was like. People were like playing guitar on it and just using it for other things, like music lessons. And she was like, I'm gonna like fuck myself on this.
No,
and it just like went that direction.
Dude, yeah, I even say that all the time. Like Asa was one of the first people that I saw on it for like years. Like I started it like during the pandemic.
Oh, you were late to the party, girl. You left so much money on the table.
I know.
Especially if you're already in the industry.
I don't know why. I was just like,
Yeah, well, you're probably doing all right. I don't think you.
I know, but I definitely feel dumb about it. I'm like, damn, I could have been doing this for all these years.
I think that. I tell like people who aren't in the industry, like I think it'll come to a point where almost everybody has some sort of OnlyFans, whether they're like having sex on it or naked or whatever. But it's just like there are guys out there or anybody out there who would pay for just like behind the scenes look at what you do or what you look like
for
or
sure.
whatever.
I think it's interesting that there's no really like main like competition like for them. Like I feel like they kind of like monopolize the whole market. Like
I mean, it's gotten to the point where if you were to have some sort of account at another site, it would be called an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you say Kleenex or whatever, it's like, oh, you have an OnlyFans? Like, no, it's actually like Model Hub or whatever. It's like, no, you have an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Like a website that you pay to see people, that's called OnlyFans. What a fucking year it's been for them.
Yeah, no, it's good. I really like it. So yeah, I have a bunch of free time. So all I do is just like travel. I'm going to Chicago this weekend and then...
I feel like part of me is thinking like, that's the dream. Part of me is like, I don't know what I would do. Like, that's a lot of free time, Abella.
Oh, yeah, it kind of drives me crazy. But that's why, so I start school like in 2 weeks. So I'm studying international relations, and I'm going to stay until I get my master's.
What does international relations mean?
It's just basically like the history of like, not just like the United States, it's like the history of like all the countries, and then just kind of like how we like get along with each other or don't get along with each other.
And you're getting your master's?
Yeah, so it's just really because I like history a lot.
How old are you now?
I'm 25.
25. So you'd be like right around 30 when you get your master's.
Yeah, I will. I don't care if I don't like do anything with it. I'm just really so bored that I have to just do something.
I was gonna say like, are you trying to like do do for a living, or you just want to like learn it and say you did it?
No, I don't really see myself being a diplomat or anything
like that. I was gonna
say
like, could you imagine like representing the United States delegation, Abella Danger?
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
No, probably not.
Not even in the distant future.
No.
But no, it's just literally I just like want to learn stuff because I'm so bored.
I would be so bored.
Yeah,
There's a time in my life where I was like, that's all I would want to do.
Yeah, you would think.
And then I used to be like the king of doing nothing. Like if I had a vacation, if I had time off, like what do you want to do? Nothing, dude. I want to like sit on the couch and watch Netflix. But I realized that it's like, it's only when I can enjoy that when I'm taking a break from something else.
Yeah.
If I have endless like free time where there's no end in sight, I start to get antsy. If it's like, yo, you have a lot of work coming up next week, so on Sunday just chill, then I'm like, all right, then I can just sit out and like
For sure.
do nothing. But
it makes you appreciate your free time more.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I've just been so bored, but it's like, so yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm really gonna have no free time once I'm doing that.
And you can't like do more. I mean, you could do more porn, but it's not like something you really want to do more of.
No, I mean, it's
Like,
just
could you
like
just be like, I
really
want to shoot
annoying.
more scenes per month?
I just feel like maybe like after the like pandemic is, because like it's just so weird, like, you know, like with cases, like I don't like, I mean, as much as I like travel and like do whatever, and like I don't want to get it, so then I feel like I'm just more likely to get it if I'm like,
you don't want to tempt fate.
shitting like a
Yeah.
I mean, I got my vaccines, but people can still get it like with a vaccine.
I know, it's crazy. So have you not been shooting any actual scenes during
Not
the
with
pandemic?
anyone else.
Just yourself.
Just with myself.
Yeah.
But I
also,
take care of myself.
I was gonna say,
Makes
at
me
this
feel
point, do you even need to? Like, if you just did solo stuff, would you be good?
Yeah, it would be. I mean, yeah, I've been good doing that.
Do you not want to do that? Do you like doing it?
Well, I miss shooting. Like, it's so fun. Like, I
Is
love.
it?
Yeah, I love shooting.
I mean, I
scenes.
just wonder. Like, my theory on life is that no matter what you do, everything becomes a job. So
Yeah.
if you love it, you're working in sports and you love sports, fine. There's going to come a day where you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. Here, I love what I do, but there is a day where I'm like, I don't want to record anymore. And it's like, yeah, I love fucking, I like making money for having sex, but eventually it's like, I don't want to do this anymore.
No, for sure. But I guess since it's been so long, because I haven't shot a scene in like a year or like more.
You're getting back in the
that
game.
I'm like, fuck, like, you know, I do like miss it. And it's so fun to like be on set and like do these fun scripts. Like, it's fun.
Yeah.
But I'm not like dying to like go do it, you know, like I'm fine.
Yeah, not like worth the risk or anything like that.
Yeah, and then like now with school, like I'm gonna have like such a busy schedule, and it was so funny because like I had to go to like student orientation, and the
Oh my God.
yeah, because all my classes are in person.
I can't even imagine you in college. This is gonna be a fucking shit show, Abella. When you walk in the first day,
yeah,
forget
so
it.
I went to student orientation, and my student advisor was like, oh, you know, what was your unweighted GPA in high school? And I was like, I don't know, I graduated like 6 years ago. And she's like, you're not 18. I was like, bless your heart. Yeah. And I'm just sitting in this room with like hundreds of like 18-year-olds, and thankfully we all had to wear masks.
I mean, this is the script of one of your scenes eventually,
I know,
no doubt. If you don't make a
and
movie out of this, you're crazy.
I definitely,
You're
like-
gonna walk in, and it's gonna be like, every guy in the room's gonna be like, oh my God, and every girl in the room's gonna be like, well, who the fuck is this bitch?
I know. Well, you'd be surprised. A lot of girls like recognize me. Like
Do you?
even
Yeah.
here, more girls have come up to me like asking me for pictures.
Well,
than guys.
I think that's also, it's easier for a girl to approach you.
Yeah, they're probably
Like,
more comfortable,
A guy
for
runs up
sure.
on you asking for a picture, and you feel like a super creep. A girl does it.
Guys do? You think so?
If guys came up to you asking for
You
pictures,
think it feels like that?
I would absolutely. I think a girl would be much
More
easier to be
comfortable.
like, yeah, we're girls.
Yeah, I
I'm a
guess
girl
that
like
makes sense.
porn. Like, you're not threatened by me. Let me, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, that
Whereas
makes sense.
guys, I think they're gonna be like, oh, I look like I'm obsessed with porn. And I want a picture.
Well, I don't think that. I'm just like, oh, because I feel like that takes like a lot of courage. So I'm just like, I'm never gonna like say no, like unless you like pulled my hair or something crazy. But
Yeah.
most of it,
Do you get recognized a lot?
Yeah. Like
I'm always in. I mean, people for sure will look and know who you are, but that, like I said,
people
that
come up
aspect
to
of
me a
coming up-
lot and like
Yeah.
ask me, and like if one person comes, like then it's like a lot. Like
I know.
everyone gains the courage.
That's
to, like,
something
come.
I learned, like, when you hear a story about someone turning down an autograph or a picture, and it's like, oh, you're such an asshole. But it's like, you don't understand. If I do that one time, my night's like, that's
I
it.
can imagine people
My-
ask you a lot for pictures.
Yeah, I mean, this, especially since I started 1 Minute Man, because, like, people knew me from a podcast or the blog, but that's like, you gotta seek out my podcast and listen
God,
for an
all
hour.
my friends
but
love
Instagram
you.
is just like sending it around. So now like a lot of different people outside the Barstool bubble know. And I went out for the first time in, you know, almost like 18 months,
Yeah.
you know? And it was cool because I was like, oh shit, this is working. But I was also overwhelmed. My friend said it was like I was giving out communion at church. There was a line of people just
I'm
like stepping
sure.
up, and I was like,
Dude,
holy
yeah,
shit.
like literally all my friends like know who you are. Like they'll like
take
send me
it.
yours,
Let's
and they're
go.
like, you know him, right? And I'm like, wow, like.
Well,
people
that's
like me.
around here. You are like the queen of content. After your after Answer the Internet blew up, and people realized that like you can talk and you're with it and you're funny and like can think and all that shit. It was like people like, oh shit, like. So here's what you should do. Okay. Fuck this master's degree and all that shit. Why don't you do this stuff? Why don't you make content?
It's funny because I saw your 1 minute man about Purdue University. How do you say it?
Yeah.
Reasons why college is a scam number one.
It's such a scam. You're gonna give these guys money.
I'm just so
You're gonna buy like $500 textbooks, and especially now what they do, they're like, go on Zoom. Like, here's my lesson over the computer. You might as well just go on fucking YouTube and learn history.
You're right.
I can teach you right now. We'll go on YouTube and we'll Google international history.
You're right. I guess I just want to stay young. I want to be like in a class with like all these 18-year-olds.
That is going to be so fun. I need to come see you. I need to like sit in an auditorium and just watch the class react.
I know it's August 24th. It's coming, so I'll keep you updated on how it goes.
Well, is it going to be over the computer still?
So it's full-time in person, 4 classes.
Down in Miami?
Yeah, in Miami. So I'm going to go to Miami-Dade College for 2 years, and then hopefully I'll go to Florida International.
Okay.
After I get my A.
Are you understanding what this is going to be like? You're getting it, right? You know what you're getting into?
It doesn't like bother me. Like,
I mean, there's going to be like, this is the script of like a movie. This is like Girl Next Door or whatever. Like, you're going to go to college and some dude's going to show up to like Asian History 101 and he's going to be like, what the fuck? Like, and that's it. One guy starts texting and it's like, Abella Danger goes to my school, and I mean, I'm going to do a 1 minute man on that. I'm going to do, I'm not even kidding you. There will be a 1 minute man that Abella Danger is going to college.
I hope it's not like, I mean, I don't want to like get kicked out of class because I'm like distracting these motherfuckers from learning shit.
You 100% will. There are going to be professors who are like, what the fuck is this?
I picked all guy professors.
That's smart.
I did.
That's smart move. See, the girl knows what she's fucking doing.
I definitely did. I went on
Beauty and Brains, I'm telling you. Oh my God, is Rate My Professor still cooking? Rate My Professor started like, it wasn't even a thing when I first went to college. Like maybe like my sophomore year,
really?
Like halfway through it started, I think, or maybe that's when I found out about it. They do they still do the little pepper?
I don't remember seeing a pepper.
The pepper was for if they were hot.
Oh really?
So it was like all these little.
I wish I would have paid attention to that.
I bet they can't do that anymore. But it was like if the teacher was hot, it was like a little pepper. So it was like okay,
anymore.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
But yeah, they were like, these are the classes you have to take. I was like, cool. I picked all of the professors and made sure they were all like older dudes.
Dude, that is gonna be a riot. I mean,
I'm excited.
Are you gonna like?
It's gonna be.
I mean, they literally make scripts about this, Abella. Are you gonna be in there like? Is there anything I can do to get a better grade? Like this. I mean, this is a fantasy that comes from your industry.
I mean, I don't know if it came down to that. I definitely want to make the dean's list. So whatever I got to do, you know.
Let's go, girl. I mean, I do feel like you probably your whole life has surprised people that you're with it, right? I mean, I feel like a lot of people probably stereotype you and like the industry and.
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know what people like think of me. I know that people like my scenes and they like.
Yeah.
My content, but I don't really know what people think about me as people.
In general, do you think people think like she's a porn star, she's not smart?
Yeah, I guess people probably don't think that I'm even fairly intelligent.
No, I mean I'm not trying to be mean, but I would imagine the general public.
That's not offensive to me. Like you know, maybe if I thought I was stupid, I would be offended. But
it's like kind of like you know it, so
yeah, I know it's like in my brain, so I don't really feel the need to like prove people like.
That's a great way to be. That's a really great way to live life because, really though, I mean you'll go crazy. Trying, what I've learned on the internet is like the people who like you, they already fuck with you, and so so like if someone's trying to cancel me, right? It's like the people who already like my shit know that I'm not like being malicious on purpose. They know I'm a good person, so they're good. The people who don't like me, they don't want to like me, so I can't convince them.
Yeah, no matter
Nothing
what,
I say is gonna make them go,
no, for sure.
Oh, you're right. So let me be a fan of yours now. So I'm already like, you already don't fuck with me, so just be done.
It's just like. As like corny as that sounds, definitely just focus on the people that do fuck with you and kind of just like ignore the ones that don't. But
I'm surprised to hear though that you are like you don't even think about the fact that some people would profile you as an adult actress being like, oh, she's like just ditzy. She's just like fucks for money because she can't do anything else.
I mean, I guess because maybe no one has ever called me dumb to my face that I'm not aware of it.
That's the other thing too. Is like the internet, everyone talks shit, and then in real life though, everyone's a sweetheart.
Yeah, I live in this bubble of kind of like ignorance is bliss. Like no one has ever really like even like tweeted at me anything like bad. No, I don't really get any like.
What about from girls?
Comments.
Do you get like catty girls?
No, maybe like on Instagram comments, I'd be like. you have a big nose, or like, you know, some things about like my appearance,
out,
you know,
never
like something, but damn.
I mean, that's kind of not the right angle to go, by the way.
I just realized.
Abella Danger's appearance is not really, you're not going to win that fight.
It's an epiphany though, like damn, people out there probably do think I'm stupid.
Yeah, I mean, like that's gonna be the general.
That
people,
is so funny.
Well, like I was never like when you first came through, I wasn't gonna be like, oh my god, this girl's gonna be an idiot. But when you murdered Answer the Internet, I was surprised. I was like, she had good answers. She was thinking on her feet. She was being creative. She was being witty. I was like, holy shit. And I mean, there's a reason why, like, I remember when it did so many views, people were like, oh, well, yeah, if you put a porn star on your channel, like, of course it's going to do views. And I was like, dude, we've had other people. We've had other porn stars. We've had other pretty girls. And that shit didn't pop off the way it did with her because, like, your shit was good. It was, like, funny. So why don't you do this? Why don't you, like, you could have a podcast, you could do videos, you could do 1 Minute Girl.
I'm not creative enough for that. Like,
what's that?
I'm not creative enough for that, I feel like.
I think you are
and you just have to know a lot
to
about everything. Like, I feel like you're very deep into, like, pop culture and, like, just everything going on.
But that's not, like, you just gotta, like, pay a little more attention.
Yeah.
You don't have to be, like, a certain level of intelligence. It's just like I keep my ears open and like, you know, what's the big story of the day? Usually like I hop on Twitter and just whatever people are buzzing about, I'm like, all right, that's what I'm gonna do today.
You mentioned earlier cancel culture. How do you feel about cancel culture?
I'm over it at this point. I feel like part of me, I know that I will probably it'll come for me one day.
I don't know. I don't want that to happen.
I think it will. I mean, I like to think that I have built a big enough fan base and a strong enough fan base that they will always like follow me, wherever. And so I'll always hopefully be able to do like a subscription thing or whatever. But there will come a time where a company or somebody's like, like you said, you went too far, you're fired.
Yeah.
But I also am like, I'm somewhere in between of like, there's consequences for your actions. So if you say some stupid shit and people get mad about it, like you gotta own it. But I'm also like, then there are other people who are out to get you, and it's not really about the social justice aspect. It's about fucking me over. So I mean, it is what it is. I think that like it started and people had a right to complain, and then they complained so much that it's swinging back the other way, where it's like, bro, you can't just say anything you want. Oh, freedom of speech. Like that doesn't mean you get to like say everything that comes to your mind, you know?
I just hate when even if someone like is like getting canceled and like they're like clearly really apologetic and like so resentful and like you're still like like let them learn and like move on. Like obviously like if you're still like being a piece of shit about whatever you said and you're not trying to like apologize for it.
That's where you gotta like sometimes apologies are, it's like your PR person wrote that. They're not
oh my
actually,
God, for sure. I mean, there's been a lot like recently, but
dude, did you see? We were just joking about it with Cuomo. Did you follow him? So Governor Cuomo resigned.
Yeah,
and
I heard about that today.
They put up a graphic that said his defense was, "I'm not a pervert. I'm just Italian."
Oh my God.
Because he was like, I'm Italian and I'm like, I talk with my hands and I touch and we hug and we kiss and that's just like a cultural difference. But it says Cuomo, I'm not a pervert, I'm just Italian. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
that ain't the apology, man. That's not the one.
But I mean, it definitely sounds like it came from him and not like a PR
Well,
person.
that is. I mean, sometimes I'm like, do you get points for being like real about it, and rather than you had somebody write this and you don't even know what it says. Yeah, he's fucked up. He's fucked. What do you think about cancel culture? What's kind of cool about when you are in the world of porn or something that's kind of like alternative or however you want to describe it, you've gone into a world where it's like you can't even be canceled because you're already doing something that is like so many consider.
Yeah, I feel. I mean, I definitely am canceled to like a lot of religious people that don't want me to like exist. But
has there been things that you've tried to do or wanted to do that it's just like no way, we can't do it? Like we like you, we'd love to, but like our fans
like
or our people.
I've wanted to do?
Yeah. Have there been doors closed to you because of porn?
Oh, for sure. So I grew up like my whole life like watching like MTV The Challenge, like obsessed with it. And I'm friends with a few girls that have like been on.
Tell me they said no.
Yeah, they said like they would never like have any like affiliation with me because I'm a porn star.
Bro, the challenge
because I would kill it. Like look at these guys.
You would. You actually would. I mean, you would be a monster on that show, and the ratings would be through the roof. The challenge is like a bunch of young people like fighting, getting drunk, fucking, and
they're
arguing
all
and
fucking
backstabbing.
on camera.
They're
doing
all
the same
banging
thing
right
as me.
there.
I know it's really sad. That's the one thing that it upsets me. But other than that, no.
I'm actually stunned that I thought if you told me that you wanted to like work on like NBC on a sitcom, I'd be like, listen, dude, we can't do that. But MTV, The Challenge, like Johnny Bananas, like those guys can't fuck with you. Come on.
I know, and I'm friends with like a few people that have been on it, and like everyone's so nice to me. And the thing is, I feel like there was this one guy that did do porn, like he did like gay porn or something, then he was on it, but it was like this whole sob story, like the fact that I'm not like resentful about it, or like I don't regret it. I'm not gonna talk badly about porn and say like it's like my biggest regret, like because I'm very proud of it, because I am proud of it, and that's what I said. Like when I went to the casting, they were like, proud that you did porn.
Like, listen, bitch, you're a producer for The Challenge. It's like one step above. It's barely above porn. Come on.
Well, if they called me tomorrow and they were like, we want you on The Challenge, I'd be like,
hell yeah, let's go.
But really, because I just love physical competition. I'm always working out and stuff. Like, I would love that.
I feel like you could do, like, work at a place like this or make your own podcast or whatever. I think you're overestimating, like, what it really takes. Especially when you already have a fan base. Like, you could put out whatever it is, a podcast or a video series or whatever, like, right away, you're going to get a shit ton of views.
I feel like people want to see me shake my ass, but I don't know if people want to sit there and watch me talk.
Well, first of all, you can do a little bit of both. You can do a little bit of both, girl. We can produce this. We can figure it out. But I feel like there are people who want to see the other side, you know what I mean? So if you include like a little bit of it, like I don't think anybody wants to sit there and watch you do your international history study.
No,
but if you were talking, if you were giving your opinions on stuff and like it was shot in the right way and like I don't know. I mean, I think it'd be very easy to like did you keep your eye on did you know Call Her Daddy?
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
The podcast we had here, like, blew the fuck up.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
And that's an element. That's a pretty girl, so she's on camera, so people see her, but it's not like she's fucking or naked or whatever. Talking about sex, talking about pop culture, diving into some serious topics, like.
Yeah, it is really good. I mean, I am a very opinionated person. I'm sure.
When we did it with Asa, when she was a host of our show for like a year with us, I think it was a different time because we had a lot of sponsors who were like, we can't sponsor this anymore, but I think the world has just sucks. Like, because she is like so well spoken, smart, articulate, and I'm sure the people who were like turning us down because of her are like far dumber than she is, and should be in no position to turn their nose up at her. But I think the world has changed a lot since then to the point that you could like, I think you could crush it. Why don't you try it?
Yeah, I guess it would be better
to try it. Or just do it all on OnlyFans, too. But, like, here's my podcast on OnlyFans.
Yeah, that would be... I'll try it. But I don't even know where to start, so you gotta help me out. You gotta give me some advice after this.
All right, we'll produce this. Yeah. I'm taking like half. Because I know you're already rich. I know you can put up like one picture on OnlyFans and probably make like my salary in a year. No. I'm like exaggerating, but not really. No, I bet not. God. What's your main form of income? Well, I know right now you're not shooting, but like if there was no pandemic, you were shooting normal. Is it OnlyFans type shit?
Yeah, so OnlyFans and then my Fleshlight are like my two main sources of income. And then like Browsers Plus.
How does the Fleshlight work?
Well, wait, how does it work?
How is it like your Fleshlight? It's not like inside you, is it?
They literally molded me, dude. I'm not even kidding. They literally put this weird like mold on my vagina.
Like when you used to go to the dentist and they put the orthodontic
yes, exactly like that. And then they did like a 3D scan of it.
Like and inside or outside?
No, that's the thing. They didn't do the inside.
Okay.
So I mean,
so it's just
I guess that's the best part. But yeah, it does look exactly like my vagina. It looks exactly like my vagina.
Really?
It looks exactly like it. Like I can literally...
I remember Alana Rhodes told me, though, she was offended by how it felt on the inside. Because she was like, my pussy's better than that.
Oh, yeah. It feels very weird on the inside. But you choose the sleeves, so they have, like... these little balls in them, like all these little ribs. I don't know. It definitely doesn't feel like my vagina, but I try not to tell people that. Definitely say
it's the real thing. It's the real thing.
Yeah.
And people just buy a fuck ton of those, huh?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. When people got their stimulus check last year, I've never seen.
No way.
That shit skyrocketed.
That makes perfect sense though. We're stuck at home. I got my stimmy. I'm fucking Abella Danger.
Correlation. I'm not even joking. People got their stimulus checks the next month. It was like 3 3 weeks later, like my flashlight check was like double the amount that it normally was. I'm not even joking.
Fuck out.
No exaggeration.
I'm like surprised, but absolutely not. That's hilarious, but it makes perfect sense.
I was like, keep it coming. I want them to get another one so that shit can go back up again.
I mean, you hate to say it because like obviously this has been terrible for so many people.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But like
for sure.
in certain industries and certain things, like this has been great for a lot of businesses where it's like, yeah, if you're at home and you're lonely, here's my OnlyFans. You're at home and you're lonely, here's my flashlight.
No, yeah, like, for sure. It's been crazy. Like, oh my God. Like, I didn't leave my house. Well, you guys, I'm sure, were locked down way longer. I live in Florida and we're crazy over there.
You guys were barely locked down.
Yeah, I was locked down for like 2 months and it was horrible.
Yeah, we locked up for like a year.
Wait, you were like that for real, like here?
We were. I mean, we started back up at Barstool. I really legit think that Barstool handled this like as good as you could have.
Yeah.
We had testing. If anybody ever tested positive, we sent them home. We traced all their contacts, all that shit. But we kind of proved like you don't need to shut down. We came back like last summer, and like we were just not stupid about it. And
for sure.
It was not as like nearly as bad as you would have thought. But yeah, it was much longer than 2 months. I'll tell you that much.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I got really bored.
Yeah, well, but. That's like, I mean, I guess because you can travel and shit now, but it's not like you were it wasn't stopping you from doing anything really.
Well, I guess I went from like just being so busy every day and having sex every single day to like not having sex at all.
Oh my God.
I didn't know what to do
Life
with
is so
myself.
hard, Abella.
I didn't know what to do.
Life is so hard.
But, I mean, I understood the severity of it. I was like, this is like essential.
Yeah,
and it was like, this is gonna sound so bad, but it was kind of fun, like that end of the world kind of like, I just went to Costco and I bought a bunch of food and I like just hold in my apartment.
I know exactly
kind of
what you're talking about. I always said if there was not like massive amounts of death going on.
No, yeah, that's the worst part.
That first, it kind of feels like you're having like a sleepover, like a little lock-in. Like, let me go get all my favorite foods, all my favorite snacks. We're loading up, and it's like being snowed in. It's like a blizzard, except there was no end in sight.
Except I have no idea what that feels like because I've never lived somewhere this.
You've never had this. You've
seen it on TV.
Have you ever been in a blizzard?
I've never like been in like actual like snow. I've never like actually seen snow on the floor. What?
It's just funny to be like on the floor because it's like on the ground outside.
Well, because one time I was in Chicago and it was snowing and it looked just like rain, but the moment it touched the floor, it didn't. So I've never like grabbed a snowball or like put alcohol in it and ate it like people were doing during the pandemic.
Did you like want to do that, or you have no interest
of course
in that?
I do.
Yeah,
of course.
I mean, it is.
Just like,
when you're a kid, it's like snow is like the funnest shit in the world.
Yeah.
Getting a snow day, it was like truly because what happened here once they started doing Zoom school, they said we're not doing snow days ever again. If school needs to be canceled, we can just do Zoom. And I wrote a blog being like, this is devastating.
They're cheating these kids out of their childhood.
When I was a little kid, like we would watch TV and on like the bottom scroll, it would say if your school is closed or not. And when it popped up, it was like, let's fucking go, like party, we're going sledding, we're building snowmen, we're throwing snowballs. And you just never got that.
Yeah, the only reason I know what that feels like is because Hey Arnold is like my favorite show ever, and he definitely got a lot of snow days, and I was like, damn, I wish I could have that. The only time I got anything like that was like Hurricane Katrina. We didn't have school for like 2 weeks, and that's it. But not even if it rained. Like it could be like tropical storm and we were going to school.
Still going to school. Would you? I mean. And you've never, I guess you wouldn't really like go on vacation to somewhere cold. You're like a warm weather person.
No, I've never had any desire to whatsoever. And when I do, like I've been to Colorado and Chicago and here, but never when it's like too cold.
Yeah.
So
you gotta give it a whirl.
I want to.
You gotta,
I'm gonna come back.
Play in the snow once before you die.
I'm gonna come back here in December.
Do it around Christmas time. Like I like the snow until Christmas, and then I'm like, I'm done with this shit. Really? Like I like the Christmas season, same sort of vibe. It's like cozy and cute. And then once Christmas hits and it's over, I'm like, all right, no more fucking snow. Done with this shit. I hate it.
Is it really like really, really, really cold?
New York has in recent years gotten like much more mild. It used to get pretty cold. Chicago gets like cold as fuck.
Yeah, and windy.
They call it like the there's some term for it. I don't know what's called. There's like this certain thing that comes around like once a winter, and it's like negative 10 degrees, like freezing. You would probably think New York winters are brutal though. Like you're not ready for this shit.
I don't even think I own enough that much clothes to cover myself up with.
Yeah.
No.
Like, you're not walking around in this in the winter in New York.
Oh, I would assume not.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't see people in movies wearing this.
Yeah, but I mean, like, when you're a kid, when you're older, it's just like, this is inconvenient. But the snow day as a kid,
I just can't imagine the driving. Like, I would just be very scared to drive.
Too.
Like,
it's
and then breaking the ice off the windshield. Like, don't you have to do that?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. This past year? Yeah, we got crushed with a blizzard, and like, what you're supposed to do is like go out like once an hour and shovel a little bit and clean your car off so that it never gets like all
really
like
bad.
And I just didn't do that. I was like, fuck that. And so there's like 3 feet of snow boxing my car in.
Is that
and
what
I was like,
people do?
I'm never getting
like,
my car out.
What's like more common, that people do check it every hour, or that people let it
probably
just
depends
build up?
on like how old you are and if you're like a responsible adult or like an idiot kid. I was definitely being an idiot. And then like I needed to get my car out and I was like, well, now I need to dig out like 3 fucking feet. And shit is
awful.
not easy. You'll have somebody. I would imagine you would have somebody shovel for you.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna be doing.
I don't think I've never even had to like rake leaves before.
Could you, if you let's say you were here and it snowed?
Okay.
Could you be like, I need somebody to? Like, could you like tweet like, I need someone to shovel me out, and someone would show up and do it for you?
I feel like someone would definitely do that,
right?
but I could also just like, I mean, are there services for that?
Yeah. But I'm just saying, would you have the power? Like, if somebody would show up.
Yeah.
I feel like if you asked the internet to do anything, somebody would be willing to do it for you.
Yeah, I think so.
You must have an
but I feel like
army of
I would never do that.
You are the queen of simps.
No.
Yes, you are.
No,
you're one of the
never do that.
top dogs for sure.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. It's weird.
What do you think you would have done if you weren't a porn star? By the way, do you
know.
you say like, I'm an adult actress? Do you say a porn
No,
star?
I say I'm a porn star.
Right?
I don't like just sugarcoating it. Like, you're just trying to make it sound nice. It's a porn star.
If you're in the industry, own it, and like that's who you are. You're a porn star.
Yeah.
How about this though? I'm asking you a million questions at once, but this is actually important.
Okay.
Might have asked you this before, but we need to like settle this because
Okay.
we have a question on Answer the Internet.
Okay.
We might have done it before. It's, what do you think there are more of in the world? Murderers?
I answered this
or porn stars, right? Okay, so what did you say is the definition of a porn star? Once and for all, we're deciding it here.
I don't think you agreed with my answer, because I believe that I said that if you like, because there's a lot of amateur porn stars that would just like upload a video.
So you consider that?
Especially with OnlyFans, yeah. Like,
so if I start an OnlyFans tomorrow,
yeah,
and I put up a single video of me fucking around, whatever, I'm a porn star.
Yeah.
If I fuck somebody else, or if I just jerk off on OnlyFans tomorrow, I'm a porn star.
A porn twinkle, a porn star in the making. Yeah.
A rising twinkling star.
Why not? We don't discriminate. We're a very welcoming community.
I mean, yeah. Well, you're very nice about that. I'd be like, no, fuck you. I've been on set for like 12 hours, fucking 35 guys at once. I earned that title. You went on OnlyFans one night. You're a porn star now. Fuck you. You don't feel like you have to earn it?
Yeah, I guess maybe start off as a porn twinkle, and then if you keep at it, maybe like, I mean, but then it's just too complicated. How many would you have to meet to be a porn star?
It gets crazy. I think you have to have done anal too.
Oh, really? But there's so many popular porn stars that have never done anal.
Not in my book. There are plenty popular women who have filmed themselves having sex on camera for money. They're not porn stars. You gotta go the extra mile.
You have to do anal.
You gotta do anal to be a porn star.
But Mia Khalifa never did anal.
She's not a porn star. Don't get me started on Mia Khalifa. Don't get me started. That's a girl who like she hated the being associated with the porn industry.
We got into a little tiff on. I never had Twitter drama. I know. It was my. I'm not very proud of that.
Because she turns her nose up at it though.
Yeah, I really just don't like that. It's so messed up. Because if you're so ashamed, why do you still use your porn name? Like, why do you still profit off?
Change your name. Change your look.
Get off social media. Disappear. I would like if I was so ashamed of porn, I would have face surgery. Like, go work at McDonald's. Have a normal job. Like, I would get out of the spotlight. But no, you keep profiting off the popularity that you made from porn.
And then you're putting it down? Fuck that. I remember you speaking up on that, but then you very quickly were like, I'm embarrassed. I don't want to be like doing this.
Yeah, because I really
which I thought was pretty classy. I thought that was...
Thank you. I have my very rare classy moments, like twice a year. But no, because I don't like arguing with people. But it just sucks.
Classy, I think, is an interesting word because, like... I think that there are plenty of people who would be like, oh, she shoots porn. She's not classy.
No, yeah, for sure.
And I understand where they're coming from, but I also think that, like, there are plenty of women who don't shoot porn who, if you took them to like a party somewhere, they would like embarrass you by being like mouthing off and being trashy. It's like that you don't have class. You know?
I definitely think it's more about like the way that you carry yourself.
100%.
And I definitely don't want to be like one of those people that is like arguing with someone on Twitter. Like it's just so dumb. But
oh yeah, people who argue on Twitter are the worst.
Well, it just sucks because like, you know, the only reason why I took it so personally is because porn, like the adult industry is like always trying to like just find ways to like get people to stop like looking at us like we're like the scum of the earth, and you're just like regressing all that progress. Like you're just it's just so like toxic. Like I get it, like you don't want to do porn, like that's fine. Don't do it, but don't keep talking bad about it. Like fuck.
Yeah. I actually think the OnlyFans like revolution will be really important for like the porn industry, because I think
I hope so.
Like it's one thing if you're like from a distance being like, oh, porn stars are like trashy or whatever. But then all of a sudden your best friend is doing OnlyFans, and it's like, well, you love that person. She's great, right? She just happens to make some money on the side over here doing this. So now, all of a sudden, you know, I think it'll like change a lot of people's minds. Maybe not like publicly yet, but it starts the process.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Hopefully I get to see it in my lifetime. I'm 25, so we'll see. I'm just staying hopeful.
The maybe the worst thing that ever happened to me was when you were doing Answer the Internet, and the question was, how old do you think the oldest person to ever have sex? How old were they when they had sex?
What did I say?
You said 50. I was like, I'm 30 fucking 5.
Is that
I'm like,
not,
I'm
okay,
almost
I still
50.
stand by that. Can you even have sex after you're 50?
Yes! Yes, you dumb young bitch! Yes!
Wait,
there are people who are
like
fucking
as
out
a
on like
man,
80,
like
90, 100. Pop that Viagra
like a man,
and go.
For real?
Yes, 50.
That's
Abella,
crazy.
50. You know, like George Clooney's like 60. You think he's not fucking?
I'm sorry. Wait, George Clooney's 60. He looks very good.
Let me give you. I'm gonna rattle off some actors and shit who are 50 years old.
Teach me.
Ready? I'm gonna go Hollywood actors 50 years old. Let's
Is that
see.
actually what you put?
Yes, George Clooney 60. Brad Pitt's 57.
Oh my gosh.
Denzel Washington 66. Tom Cruise is 59. Robert Downey Jr. You love him, right? You love him, right? He's 56.
No way.
Keanu Reeves 56. Tom Hanks 65. Would you fuck Tom Hanks?
No.
No?
No, I
if
wouldn't.
If Tom
but
Hanks
I
came in and
Tom
was like, yo,
Hanks.
let's get it on, you would not fuck Tom Hanks.
No, I wouldn't.
Why not?
And I love him so much. I was just talking about him. I was like, I passed by a Barnes & Noble and I was like, oh my gosh, remember You've Got Mail? Literally just sitting. I love him.
Would you fuck Samuel L. Jackson, 72? You think that Sam's not getting his fuck on?
I don't want to know. But I definitely would fuck Brad Pitt in an instant. Robert Downey Jr. in an instant. Both of them at the same time.
Matt Damon's 50.
Oh my God, I love him. Bless his heart. I feel really bad for him right now.
Could you imagine? Oh yeah, he stepped in the blender on that one. He'll be fine though. That was stupid. He's fine.
I hope so. He's a little cutie.
You would fuck Brad Pitt and Robert Downey Jr. at the same time?
Oh yeah, for sure. DP me right now.
Is that your like dream threesome?
I'm sure I could think of other ones that I would rather have, but yeah, I love Brad Pitt and Robert. No, yeah, I guess that is the two.
You know who's great looking for his age? Pierce Brosnan, 68.
Who is that?
James Bond. You know him. You know this guy. There's a little tiny picture of him. You know that guy.
Oh, yeah, but he's like the OG, like James Bond, like the older.
Well, he's not the OG because you're so young, but he's
OG,
way back.
OG,
he's like the OG for you, but I mean, all of these guys. Antonio Banderas,
okay,
61.
I take it back. Okay, so can I like make the new age?
Yeah, what's your new age? She's gonna be like 60.
Okay, wait, no, because I mean Robert Downey Jr. is 56. You said.
Yes,
so, okay.
Clooney's 60.
Okay, so my new age is like 87 now.
Okay, now we're talking.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
That's a good amendment.
Okay,
I like that.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
No, I like that. That's much
well,
better.
These guys all look so young.
I know.
I wouldn't think that. I don't know.
What's the oldest guy you think you fucked now? Because now I'm curious because I would have thought that you probably
I guess it would be.
I
guess it would be Steve Holmes. I don't know how old he is though. And then Manuel's 47.
I guess you never had the chance, I guess, to do any, like if you were younger and didn't get into
dirty, hairy kind of. Wait, what do you?
I was gonna say because you started when you were like 18, right?
Yeah.
And you were pretty successful pretty quickly.
I mean, after I did anal.
See, gotta fucking anal to be a porn star.
I swear though, like not even trying to be funny.
It? Like as soon as you made that decision,
right when I started doing anal, yeah, it was like, which was like 3 months in. I just really wanted to do it. I love anal. Like
I was gonna say, were you like not doing it for a reason?
No, I had never done it. I had
Yeah.
never done it. So I picked a guy to teach me.
You had never done a period?
No, that was legitimately my first time ever doing anal.
And then you were like, oh shit, I like this?
Oh my God, I love it. Yeah,
See,
like,
that's like, for a porn star
like,
to like anal,
home,
it's like, this is like a superpower.
Yeah,
it's like, I can do this all the time.
It's the greatest thing. All girls need to try it. And squirting and anal is like...
Well, I think that most girls would want to do that. I think they don't, like, they think they can't do it. I don't think it's for lack of trying.
I mean, I guess it's like everything that you want to be good at. You have to like
you gotta work at it.
Yeah, like for sure. Like,
do you think that every girl can squirt?
Yes, I think you've asked me this before, and I was like, yeah, 100%. Like you just
have to know what.
Yeah, you have to learn your body. Like it's really. I didn't know how to squirt until like I learned how to do it in porn.
Can you just do it like whenever?
Oh yeah, now I was like.
How about this? Here's another like famous question: is it pee or not pee?
I think it is pee.
Is it fully pee?
No.
Or is it like a little mixed in there?
So I don't think it's like. Okay, I think that what's coming out is like mostly pee. Yeah, if I'm being honest. Isn't that kind of gross? No, I don't think so because it's like I'm a very especially when I'm shooting scenes where like drinking Pedialyte and so much water that it's like water. Yeah, it's like water. And then when I'm drunk, like doing it like with my boyfriend, like it's like water anyways too. And it's like we even have an extra bed for this reason so we can squirt on that one. And then we end up doing it on our own.
Squirt bed?
Yes.
That's some kinky shit. That is some kinky shit. I gotta hand it to you. That's.
And still.
So wait, okay, no. We got to talk about this bed. Okay. So you have a whole a separate room, or
it's a separate room. It's a guest bedroom.
Bed.
Yeah.
Is it like rubber sheets and shit?
We have a mattress topper that's supposed to like protect your actual mattress from
exactly
like squirting on it, and then we. Like we say, we're gonna use this bed so we don't ruin our bed, and then we end up sleeping on towels afterwards. We don't even put the towels down before, and we do this every single time. And whenever we go on trips, we just think like we're fucking idiots because we literally do this every time. Instead of getting 2 double beds, we get the one king bed, and then we're fucked because we squirt on it the first night, and then we're sleeping on a wet mattress for the rest of the weekend.
Isn't it so funny how like in the heat of the moment when you're doing it, it's like, this is so hot, amazing. Yeah, oh my gosh. And then as soon as you're done, you're like, oh,
fuck, it's awful. No, it's literally awful.
When you roll into it, you're like, oh, it's cold.
It's awful. It's awful.
It goes from like, that post-nut clarity when it looks like a fucking murder scene. It's like, oh my God, what are we doing?
I feel like that the same goes like if you're like, I mean, for me at least, if I'm like watching porn and I'm like, and then right after I come, I'm like, ew.
Yeah, are you one of those like I can't I can't believe what I just watched?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
Man,
I definitely watched some very interesting things.
What's the weirdest thing that you've
jerked off to recently? I don't know if I want to say.
You have to.
No, I don't know. I feel like I need to keep that one to myself.
That's where we're drawing the line.
Yeah,
you'll do porn. You'll do weird porn, but you won't tell people what weird porn you watch.
No.
What's the weirdest thing you're comfortable saying you watched?
I don't know. I definitely watch myself a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, I used to watch myself a lot. I don't anymore.
You vain bitch.
Well, no, it's not that I'm vain. It's not like, oh my God, I'm so hot. It's more like, oh my God, he was fucking me so good right there, and then I came so hard there. So it's just that kind of thing. You vain bitch.
I mean, part of you is like you're feeling yourself a little bit.
No, really, I'm sorry. I'm really just like remembering how good it felt. Like. And I mean, dude, like some of the best sex I had in my entire life was like in porn. So I would just like be like, fuck, I want to relive this shit.
Is your boyfriend in the industry?
No.
Wow, that's gotta be tough. Do you keep him private?
No, I posted him once on my Instagram.
Recently? Mm-hmm. Is he the black guy who's a lawyer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I saw that picture because I actually just started following you and I saw that and I was like, that looks like a couple picture, but I wasn't sure. He's a brave man. You gotta be a secure fucking dude.
Yeah, I definitely give him a lot of props because like obviously people are like, how can you date her? Like she's a porn star. But I mean, he hasn't had to like deal with me shooting.
I was gonna say, you haven't crossed that bridge yet.
Yeah, so and I don't know how long, but for now he has me all to himself. Yeah,
he dates an OnlyFans girl right now.
Exactly.
He hasn't did a porn star yet.
Exactly, yeah.
That's going to be
But I definitely give him props because, I have new scenes come out all the time, so people do think that I still, like, shoot all this. So then people do give him, like, a lot of shit, and I feel bad for him. But I can't feel too bad either because I'm like, hey.
Yeah, things are pretty good.
This man, like, he, like, went, like, when I went to Atlanta for like my first time, he knew I was going. He knew me through like our mutual friend, and he made sure he was there to like go meet me. Like, you don't honestly think you're gonna like meet me and like have sex with me and then never talk to me
Wait,
again.
wait, hang on, back it up. So you were going to Atlanta.
Okay, yeah.
And this, you're not dating yet. You have never even met him yet?
No, I had never. Okay,
so and he just finds out that you're gonna be in Atlanta?
No, so okay, well, kind of. So I have this friend. And like, you know, she's a friend that's not like a porn friend. So she knows me by my real name and like whatever. And she posted me and he hadn't like seen my, which honestly, I don't even know if I believe this, but he swears up and down that he's never watched my porn before. And I'm like, okay. And he saw me on her page and was like, "Oh, exactly." Whatever. I don't know. You can ask him. You can ask him.
Guy code here. I'm not gonna say anything, but
honest. He is a very honest person.
Yeah,
and
apparently not.
He did tell me. He did tell me about girls that he does like. Like he does watch porn. Like he's very into like Mia Malkova.
Okay.
And
okay.
Whatever. So. I don't know. I can't drag it out of the guy.
Yeah. If you watch Mia Malkova, you watch Abella Danger. Whatever. Continue.
So he saw me on her Instagram, and then he was like, "Oh, is she gonna come with you for your birthday?" Because she was going to Atlanta to celebrate her birthday weekend. And then she was like, "Yeah, she's coming." So then I went, and I was actually staying in my hotel room, and they were already at some place, and he was just sitting there so upset because I wasn't there. And then they were like, he was like, "Is she coming?" Like,
but wait, why? If he doesn't even watch you or know who you are, why would he be excited?
Because it was a very good picture of me.
Okay. So off of one picture, he was like, I ought to see this girl.
I was trying to. It's like a very good like bikini pic. My booty was looking super nice, and he was like, "Who the fuck is this?" Because they all that whole friend group like all knows each other. So he was like, "How have I not met her?"
Got it.
And then I met him, and then I wasn't even like that into it because I had just broken up with my ex-girlfriend. So I was just like talking to my friends, and then he kept trying to talk to me, and then eventually he was just like very funny, and you know, girls like funny men.
That's it, man. Wit and charm gets you everywhere. Yep.
And then
next thing you know.
Yep.
and like when you do date people, do you have to have like a long discussion about? Is it just like, yo, listen, I'm a porn star. I'm not gonna compromise that. This is what I do for work.
Like I have like dated guys that like they've wanted me to like quit performing before, and I would never like.
At least not yet. I mean, you're still.
No, especially like I remember this one guy like when I was like 19, like wanted me to quit so badly, and I was like, "Are you nuts?"
Yeah,
like,
no, that's crazy.
So yeah.
I feel like I felt that way with this job, which is not even nearly as complicated.
But I mean,
as porn.
It does have its own set of complications.
Yeah, and I remember like I used to try to cater like every step of the way. Like, all right, I'm sorry for saying this, or I'm sorry for doing that. I won't do that again.
No, for sure.
And looking back, I should have just been like, "Are you in or are you out?"
No,
like,
for sure.
It's one or the other.
No, for sure. But I mean, with him, it's a very interesting circumstance because he met me last summer, like smack in the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So he never had to like deal with like me, you know, my pre-pandemic where I was like shooting 20 scenes a month. Like he had me like all to himself from like the moment we met.
20 scenes a month? You must be
I was
taking
shooting
it.
a lot. I was shooting a lot. Yeah.
How many months? All year round?
Well, actually, so I was shooting 20 scenes a month, and then I signed my contract with Brazzers, and then it went down to like 15 to 10 scenes a month. So it did go down.
That's still a lot.
That's still a lot.
Yeah.
And it's really long days and stuff, and you know, a lot of the shoots are in LA, so I was hardly home. So if he would have met me during that time period, I feel like that would have been really hard for him.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have stuck around for that, actually.
So yeah, I feel like this is kind of the best case scenario. You meet somebody,
for him,
and then maybe you can ease into it when you start up again.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't blame guys. Like, why would you want to like date a porn star and then have to watch her? Like, it is hard.
Yeah,
it is hard.
Would you date him?
I did date a porn star. That's how I got into porn. I was dating a guy, and I was watching him fuck girls. Then. Yes, I was a very impressionable young lady, I will say.
Right now, if you met a guy and he was like, I fuck chicks on camera, or even like...
Okay. The thing is, I would just want to do it too. That's like, I would just want to be really even about it. Like.
Yeah. So as long as it's like, all right, you fucked that girl, fine. That does not sound like a good recipe, though.
Yeah, it's just
like
so complicated.
Then it becomes competitive, where it's like...
not even be in a relationship. Yeah, let's just be friends.
What about, do you think there's a difference between being in a relationship with someone who does porn and being in an open relationship? That's just like, we're not doing it for money or shooting, but we just fuck other people.
Yeah, I feel like that is really different because... You know, I just show up to set and I don't even have this guy's phone number. Like I have no other conversation with him other than like whatever we talk about on set, which is mostly regarding whatever we're shooting. And but then like in order to like have an open relationship, you kind of have to like finesse in a way. Like you have to flirt with these girls and you have to like take them out, or like you can't just hit up a girl and be like, yo, let's fuck, and like let's say like a certain kind of like, not like emotion, but like, you know, you definitely have to like put some emotion into it to like get this girl in bed with you. So I feel like it is a little bit more intimate and more personal to like be in an open relationship than like, and that's what I try to tell him. Like one time we were having this conversation about that, and I said, I was like, that's completely different. Like they're not laying in my bed and like cuddling with me afterwards. Like the moment we see you later, we come, it's like bye. Like
I mean, and that for sure makes sense, but also it's like, yeah, I know, but I can also just pull up with like a couple keystrokes. There's you getting gangbanged. That's like a lot to.
Well, I've actually never been gangbanged.
Well, all right, okay, excuse me, but you know what I mean.
But
like,
I have done double A now, so it's close. But that's just with two guys.
Imagine that though. Imagine if he was like, Abella, I mean, I can see you getting gangbanged. Like, no, you can't. You can only see two dicks in my ass at once.
It's a valid
I don't know
argument.
what's worse.
Well, in a gangbang, I would have two dicks in my ass and two dicks in my mouth.
Right, so it's
I
just
feel like that
more.
would be more intense.
Two dicks in your ass is crazy. You're crazy. That's crazy. You know what's crazy about that? The guys who are doing that are just like, let's rub our dicks together. That's weird.
Yeah. Do you think it's gay?
I don't think it's. I mean, my
Do you think
rule,
it's bisexual?
Yeah,
Do you
like,
think it's on the spectrum?
Definitely on the spectrum.
On the Kinsey
for sure.
scale.
I think just having like a threesome with two guys is on the Kinsey scale.
Really?
On some level, like not a lot, but it's just like my thought was always kind of like, if you're doing it with a girl, it's not gay because you're having sex with a girl. But if in the process of having sex with a girl you are rubbing your dicks together,
yeah, that's why I feel like it is on the Kinsey scale. You know, you're definitely like going to the two. But if you're just sharing the bitch and you're not like touching dicks, what? I mean, the respectable young lady, like
if you are sharing the respectable young lady, one guy behind her, one guy in front.
Okay.
Like there's no touching, there's no nothing, but you're still like looking at it.
No eye contact. Then that's on the Kinseys. If you're
that's what I mean. Like if
because you're looking at him while getting that stimulation,
your dick is
that's
hard
on the scale.
And you're watching
that's on the scale. If you can even stay hard while making the eye contact, it's on the scale.
When you are watching porn, you're looking at a guy fucking a girl.
Okay, no, but
so think about it. That's just like POV porn.
Yeah, I mean, wait, but I don't know what guys stare at. I think they did some sort of study.
I mean, I'm not looking at the guy's eyes when I watch porn, you know. But if you're like, so if you're making eye contact with a guy and you're on either side, you're a little bit on the scale. I'm
gonna argue that like if you're watching the porn, you're like looking at the girl's vagina and the guy's dick going in it is just kind of like
happening in
the background. But what's funny you're really focused on like in her face, and so I don't know.
But every guy will tell you, straight or otherwise, will be like, you want a guy with a big dick to fuck.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's like if you're worried about what the dick looks like when you're watching porn, on some level you're thinking about the dude.
Oh yeah, man.
Then I think it's a whole other thing if you're doing like a double penetration where it's like you're getting pretty close to each other. Yeah. And then if your dicks are touching Abella inside of a hole, you're at least thinking about it.
Double penetration is we're all very happy family in there. So.
It's also tight. It's also like cozy.
It's really close proximity.
It's really tight.
Literally.
Is that something like anything you do on film? I guess you were so young when you started, so I don't know if you even know. But like, would you do this stuff in your personal life?
So that's like a big reason why I wanted to like go into porn and like because I wanted to try all these things and I didn't feel like I could find a guy to want to DP with another guy in regular life.
Yeah, that's pretty hard, I would imagine, to like go out to a bar and get two guys to go home with you and like everyone's down with it.
Yeah, and I've even told my boyfriend, like, I'm like, dude, if you want to have a threesome with another girl, like, I would love that. Like, I obviously like girls, I did a girl, but like, I want to have a threesome with another guy just based off like pure equality.
So if we do that, we have to do this as well?
Yeah.
Wow, so you're just tit for tat.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't really matter to you, you just like, I want to make sure you sacrifice a little bit. No, because I will enjoy two guys more than I enjoy a group. Okay. And what did he say?
No. What would you say?
It depends on probably what kind. I don't think I could do. I could do.
What if it was like
when
the
you said sharing the bitch?
World?
I could share the bitch, like front and back. I don't know if I could. Like, I can't be touching and slapping and you know.
What if it's like? Will you like? Eiffel Tower her. She's like sucking both of your dicks at the same time.
That kind of gets weird. I feel like when,
I'm so messed up.
When your dicks are like really close together, even if they're not touching, it's like I can like feel that dick presence. That's weird to me.
I've like made them.
Yeah. Like on purpose, you're like, gotcha. It's like when magnets push each other apart, and you're just like, nope.
That is so messed up because I definitely should have.
You're forcing a little.
I should have asked for consent.
You should. You should ask for consent before you touch dicks. Did they like pull away, or are they just like at that point like whatever?
No, I don't remember. I don't remember what they did, but I did laugh.
Hilarious.
I did laugh. One time I was shooting a scene and it was a DP actually, and both of the guys were coming in, and one of the guys came in, the other one. It flew over my face and landed on the other guy's leg.
Oh, no.
And I couldn't even keep my face straight. The whole scene ended with me just laughing my ass off. Like, I couldn't help it.
That's
and
like
he
friendly
was just
fire, like ah!
No, we're both like laughing at him. It was horrible. I felt so bad for him.
Yeah, that's tough.
Even though they just rub dicks the whole time. Cum is like where you draw the line. You can't.
Oh, that's gay. That's gay, dude. We'll rub dicks, but if you come on me, that's some gay shit, man. What a weird world you live in. What do you think you would be doing if you didn't do porn?
Oh my gosh. I guess what all the cool kids are doing, I guess I would be like some sort of YouTuber or some sort. I don't know.
You think so?
I guess I don't really know because I never like...
You never even...
did. Yeah, like right when I turned 18, I was like 18 and a half, like when I started performing. So, I mean, I definitely would have gone to school, like...
Yeah, like you're pretty smart. You would have just gone to college, right? You would have like got like a 4-year degree.
I mean, but I don't know what I...
Do you think you would have just had like a normal life, normal job though? Or do you think you always would have done something a little like
No, I feel like I always would have done something like a little out there. Like, I was weird, man. Like in 5th grade, we had to do like a project of like what we wanted to be when we grew up. And I don't know why at 5th grade I was watching The Girls Next Door all the time. And we had to like map it out, like what we were gonna do our project on, and I put that I wanted to be a Playboy playmate. And my teacher had to sit me down with my principal and be like, that you can't grow up to be this. And I was like, why not? I didn't get that there was anything wrong. They're like,
but it was always in there a little bit then.
Yeah,
if
it was like being naked, and I was always very comfortable with
my
body. I don't know, like, they really should put more parental control on television. Like, why was I watching this show in 5th grade? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's funny though. I mean, that's kind of how you know though, that like, this is why you're one of the greatest porn stars of all time.
Oh, thank you.
Because you were like kind of like destined to do it. If in 5th grade you're thinking about being a playmate, it was just like in your blood to be like, I'm gonna like, you know, perform and expose myself and be confident with that.
Yeah,
like,
I guess so. I was always like taking like, especially like, oh my gosh, in high school, like, oh my God, I was taking all the nudes, but I never sent that. I thank God.
Taking all the nudes.
Thank God, because nudes would go around in my school, especially in high school. Oh my gosh, but none of mine. That's why I used Snapchat. Yeah, so Snapchat was around when I was in high school, and that's what everyone would use it for. Was to just send nudes and then they couldn't get saved or like screenshot.
Do you hear from like high school friends or?
I'm still friends with like the girl that I came here with. I've known her since 9th grade.
Are there guys though that were like friends with you and then you became a porn star and they were like, yo, remember me from like, you know, 9th grade biology?
Miami is really small, so like we all still like I see no point in going to my high school reunion because I see these motherfuckers all the time.
Yeah, you love your Miami life,
Literally everyone is there, so yeah, pretty much. Everyone I know from high school, like I still know, and I know they've all like either watched my porn or like jerked off to me. But literally no one was surprised. Like no one was.
That's what I mean, I think this was just who you were gonna be.
Yeah, I feel no one expected. Like,
All right, so let's wrap up on this. Give me your Mount Rushmore of porn stars. Your top 4 porn stars.
Okay, fudge. I gathered what you meant. What you said.
I didn't know if that's
Okay. So girls only or guys and girls?
You tell me.
Okay.
Up to you.
Okay, I really have to think about this. No, I'm not gonna put myself in that. Dang, it's really hard because I don't want to like make anyone feel bad.
I know it's tough to narrow it down to 4.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so definitely also Kira. I love her. I would say Phoenix Marie.
Classic.
Jada Stevens.
Okay. Last one. Gonna do any guys?
Darn it, yeah. So I was gonna say probably J-Mac. I would say J-Mac. Okay. He's pretty iconic. I feel like in the. So yeah, those are my 4.
All right, good stuff. I mean, I think many people would put you on their list, but
Oh, thank you.
there's a reason
I would
why.
bow, but I'm sitting down.
You are the GOAT, girl. Good shit.
Good shit.
That was great.
The Queen is back. Abella Danger joined me on the Kevin Clancy Show. One of the most fascinating people in the porn game, in the entertainment game, just in the world today. Drop a comment below of any other porn stars you want to see, any other entertainers, any other captivating, fascinating people. Leave that comment. Click the bell icon to get notifications turned on, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss an episode.